there, Danielle Egnew here, coming to you from the mighty Yellowstone River in Billings, Montana. The Yellowstone River is one of the last free-flowing rivers in America. We are talking no dams here, people, just pure glacier current. Pretty awesome. Now, I chose this setting because I needed to talk to you today about something kind of serious that's coming up, and I wanted to make sure at least the scenery was pretty. I want to talk to you today about water, because in the next few years, we are going to be experiencing some serious water issues here in the United States. Now look, I'm not here to freak anybody out, okay? What I'm doing is placing some information to you so that we all can work in a conservation effort towards what we've got coming in the future. I mean, there's being paranoid, and come on, there's just flat being prepared. I vote for prepared. So here's what we've got coming up. In 2016, 2017, and 2018, we are going to see some horrible issues with drinking water in America. Now, we've sort of kind of seen that in Flint, Michigan, and of course, God bless the Hopi Reservation, which has had hideous water for the entire time. So obviously, we've had places with drinking water that has been negatively affected for a while in the USA. But I am talking about the future. Coming up, you guys, we are going to reap some cause and effect. Some of the most major, beautiful, incredible, pristine water sources in America, these underground aquifers, which have been in place for 10,000, 15,000 years, are going to be polluted. And they're going to be polluted because of deep plate fracking. And once those chemicals get into those aquifers, and those aquifers flow out to underground streams, and those underground streams flow out to our major rivers, we're gonna have a problem. So, this isn't that I'm trying to make you paranoid and completely freaked out. I just want you to make an awareness in your world that what we take for granted, drinking water in America, is going to be on our watch list in 2017 and 2018. Now, here's what you can do, all right? You can reclaim water by putting great big rain barrels in your backyard. And when you get that water coming off your roof, you know, which usually just goes into the grass, you can take those big rain barrels and you can use them for watering your garden, for watering your plants. Heck, sometimes animals even drink that gray water and they're just fine with it. So think about that. Repurpose the water that is coming from the sky. Those of you that are living in the Midwest, blessings to you. You guys are going to be experiencing some very severe flooding going into 2017 and 2018. Actually, the end of 2016 as well. And that is partly cyclical with our planet, and for God's sakes, it does not take a psychic to realize that we have some climate change issues. This is one step past that. All of this flooding that we're going to experience in the Midwest, gang, is going to cause sewers to back up. Places like New Jersey, which is not in the Midwest, but over towards the coast, are going to experience great flooding. There's going to be rupturing of sewer pipes. A lot of that yuck and chemicals and grossness goes flowing out into the drinking water. So, again, this isn't meant to flip you out. It's to tell you that what we tend to take for granted is around us every day, and Mother Earth has been calling out to us for us to act like responsible citizens of the planet. I mean, look at that weird mile-wide floating bag of garbage out there in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that's all bottles and trash and grossness. Our water is reaching back and saying, hey, enough is enough. So what can you do about this? Well, first of all, see if you can make some of those gray water rain barrels. If you obviously live in an area of the United States that's been suffering from drought, like the Southwest, you know not to leave that spigot running when you're brushing your teeth the whole time. Let's take it a step further. You can actually volunteer for water conservation efforts in your area. And I would highly encourage you to do that. Let's take this one step further. You know what's going to happen to our sense of economy here in the United States as soon as we do not have readily available drinking water? Well, the money's going to shift. So whereas oil and gas and all of these commodities were considered the great investment, guess what is going to skyrocket in terms of the stock market and in terms of desire? Obviously, not only bottled water or clean water, but water reclamation facilities. So for those of you that like investing, go ahead and put your train on water. Now, I wanted to come talk to you about this because I have seen in the future we working together to make this destruction of water better. When you go to dump crud down the sewer, please think twice about it. You are dumping all of that garbage in that, believe me, in the next 2 years is going to come right back out and come out your spigot. That's called karma. Okay? So let's pay attention to what we're dumping down our drains. Let's pay attention to what we're dumping in our rivers. Let us actually care about the fact that this commodity that we think is just free isn't going to be. Let us be responsible stewards in action, not just our lovely metaphysically self-loving the earth and sending good vibes. I am all about that, by the way. I am all about good vibes. In fact, I read the comments periodically underneath of these videos, and I get called a hippie all the time. Now, I gotta tell you, my meat-eating self who gets her legs waxed is really, really honored by that term. I'm not a hippie, but I am a responsible citizen of the universe. So yes, we need to put love out there. Yes, we need to fill the ethers with good vibes and good thoughts. But yes, what we do with our flippin' hands matters, okay? So let's be responsible. Let's not all be jackholes that don't even pay attention to the fact that we all need to drink that. If I were to dump something cruddy in this Yellowstone, then somebody in Missouri is eventually going to be impacted by that. Let's stick together. It's going to get a little Old West in the next couple of years over water issues. Don't panic. Just be responsible. And we'll get through this. Have a great night.